Hey guys, so today I wanted to give a little spotlight to some inexpensive products that have added so much value to my collection. These are things that they're really kind of unsung heroes of my collection. Some of them I talk about a lot, others of them they hardly ever get any airtime on my channel, but they're things that I use every single day that have either made my routine easier or they improve the performance of other products in my collection, and they're all pretty cheap items. So I just wanted to give a little shout out to these products today. Maybe they're things that could be helpful to you. Maybe these are things that you didn't even realize were missing from your routine that could really help you out. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about, it doesn't really matter the brand too much, but it's an eyeshadow primer. I feel like an eyeshadow primer is a non-negotiable in any routine where you're using eyeshadows. I just think concealer, it doesn't work the same. I know some people use concealer as eye primer. It's just not the same thing. An eyeshadow primer, what it's going to do is not only give you a little bit of coverage on your eyelids to kind of cancel it out, give you a blank slate for eyeshadows, it's also going to hang onto those eyeshadows and keep them from creasing throughout the day. If you aren't someone who normally suffers from creasing, maybe you sometimes have issues with your eyeshadows fading, this really helps with that. Much more than just any old concealer would, in my opinion. So there's so many great drugstore options of eye primers these days. The one I currently have on hand is the CoverGirl Lid Lockup Primer. I like this one. It's a little bit tacky than some other eyelid primers, which is nice because it can help your shimmers just show up a little bit shinier. Sometimes though, that can make your matte crease colors not blend in quite as easily. So what I typically like to do, but this is a step I've been doing no matter what eye primer I'm using, is I apply the eyelid primer first thing, then I go in with just a face powder, any old face powder, or a matte eyeshadow that matches my skin tone, and I just dust that from the crease up, and that helps whatever crease colors and transition colors I'm using just blend a little bit better. But I don't like to set the eyelid primer on my lid because I just want that area to stay tacky so that it really clings to those shimmers. I just think an eyeshadow primer, if you're not already using one, I highly recommend just trying one out. Get an inexpensive one. I'm telling you, it really does make a difference. But the CoverGirl Lid Lockup one is great. It comes with a doe foot, so it's really easy to dot on. You only need a little bit. I just dot a little bit onto each eyelid and then blend it all the way from the lid up to the brow bone. And it's great. I also have really enjoyed the Milani eyeshadow primer in the past. I've heard the Profusion one is really good. I'm interested to try that one once I run out of mine. I also use the Urban Decay Primer Potion, but this one is more expensive. I don't think you need to spend the money on it, but this one is good too, in case you were wondering about it. So that's the first thing, an eyelid primer. I feel like it's one of those things that it pays for itself and more, and then some, you know what I mean? By doing what it does, it also increases the value of my eyeshadows. So it's just a great product to have on hand. I think it's well worth the few dollars that you spend, and it lasts so long too because you use just a little bit at a time. So while we're talking about eyelid primers, I have two other primer-like products to talk about. One of them is one that I've talked about so many times, but it's the NYX Glitter Primer. And this is something that I had in my collection for so long and I hardly ever used it until earlier this year when I realized what an asset this was to my collection. So this is a glitter primer. It's meant to be used to hold onto glitters if you have loose glitters that you like to use or pressed glitters on your eyes. It works well at just keeping those on your eyes, but that's not the only thing that this is for. What I mainly like to use this for is to help my shimmer eyeshadows just look more intense. If you have any shimmers in your collection that you just feel like aren't quite doing enough, you want them to just look a little bit more blingy, a little bit more foiled or intense, layer this underneath. I am telling you, you will be amazed. This will take any shimmer shadow that you have and make it pop times 10, which is why I just feel like this is adding so much value to my collection because it's like a $5 or $6 little product. Again, this is something that's going to last you a lifetime because you only use the tiniest dab. It totally pays for itself in how much it helps other shadows perform better in your collection. So the way that I like to use this, because I always want to explain, I do use both of these at once. So I will go ahead and explain how I use this and at what step I use it in my routine. So I always apply my regular eyeshadow primer, like the CoverGirl one, before I do anything else, before I apply any shadows. Then I will apply my matte like crease colors, my transition colors, maybe my like outer corner shade, depending on, you know, what kind of look I'm doing. Then I take just a tiny dab of the NYX Glitter Primer and apply that just to the part of my lid where I'm going to be applying shimmers. I don't use this as my standalone eye primer because it's much, much tackier than your average primer. Some people call it a glitter glue because it literally is like a glue that adheres to those shimmers and glitters. If you're using this as your standalone eye primer, I'm betting you're gonna have some trouble blending out those mattes just because it's such a tacky primer. So I only take a tiny dab of this and target it where my shimmer goes. And then from there, I apply my shimmers. And then if I need to, you know, I'll go back in with some mattes and stuff, but I don't want this to really interfere with my mattes. So that's why I use it after I've done my regular eyeshadow primer. Because to me, these are two totally different products that do totally different things. I know it might seem a little extra to use both in one routine, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. So the NYX Glitter Primer Incredible has definitely paid for itself at this point. And then another eyeshadow primer type of product that I feel has really added a ton of value to my eyeshadow collection because it helps certain types of eyeshadows really show up much better. This is the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. This is such a classic product. This is something that people were talking about on YouTube years and years ago. I feel like it doesn't get as much hype these days, but this is another like $5 stick, another thing that's gonna last you forever. I've had this for a while. I haven't even had to sharpen it yet. But this is something that I like to use to help my pastel shadows pop a little bit more. I don't use this as my standalone eye primer either. I always use a regular one just because I do have issues with my eyeshadows creasing, and in my opinion, that's not really what this is for. So I always go in with a layer of a regular eyeshadow primer, and then if I am using pastels, I will just apply this all over my lid, pat it out with a finger, and it really does like blank out my whole eyelid. I mean, it's very white. But when you apply a pastel over this, it's just going to show up so much more true to color, true to what you see in the pan. But if you have any pastel eyeshadows in your collection or really colorful, really any shade of eyeshadow that you own that you feel like goes on too sheer, doesn't show up quite as intense or opaque as you want it, apply it over this. I'm telling you, game changer. It will take that eyeshadow to the next level. Like for example, I have this $5 Profusion pastel palette. This works fine on its own, but if I just apply some of the NYX Jumbo Pencil first underneath, I'm able to spend much less time building up the eyeshadows to get them to the color payoff, the intensity that I want. It's a great thing to have as kind of like a supporting character in your makeup routine. You know, it really does just boost up those eyeshadows so much, and it's well worth the $5. Even my Clarity Cosmetics Summer Amazing palette, some of these pastels, they're very, very light, desaturated pastels, and I find that using this underneath, it just makes them pop and show up the way that I want them to, the way that they look in the pan. That's how they show up on my eyes, because this is completely canceling out my skin tone. It's creating a totally blank slate for those pastels to really show up true to color. Otherwise, they're mixing with my skin tone and they're just not going to show up as intense. You don't just have to use this with pastels. You could use this with any shadow that you feel like goes on too sheer. But if you're wondering, well, what's the difference between the NYX Glitter Primer and the Jumbo Pencil? The Jumbo Pencil, I would say, improves the color payoff, specifically of matte shadows, whereas the Glitter Primer is just going to give your shimmers and your glitters a little bit of a boost of intensity, make them look a little more foiled and shiny. So slightly different purpose. I do feel like, at least for me, it's necessary to have both, in addition to, again, that regular old eyeshadow primer. Again, I know that probably seems extra, but I'm telling you, having these three relatively inexpensive products at your disposal is going to set up all of your eyeshadows for success, all the existing eyeshadows that you have. Even if you have some that you feel like are kind of subpar quality, this is really all you need in your arsenal. All right, another product I feel like I don't shout out enough on my channel that it's just so helpful to have. It's these little sponge holders. These are great. I think I bought these on Amazon like years and years ago. I think I've seen similar things at TJ Maxx, but if you just Google like makeup sponge holder, you'll find something similar. And it looks a lot like one of those egg cups. You could use an egg cup, but the thing that makes this great for sponges is that the sponge is able to get ventilation like all the way around, you know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be sitting there harboring all of that moisture and then bacteria. This is letting the sponge completely air out and dry after you've used it, assuming you use your sponges damp. So I find it very necessary to have it like this and not like your standard egg cup that doesn't have any kind of holes or ventilation, for lack of a better word. So I love these. I think I have 3 of them. I think they came in a 3-pack for probably under $10. Very inexpensive, but really it gives me a place to store my sponge where the sponge is not just sitting like on my vanity or in my drawer, you know, getting germs all over it. It's just one designated spot for my sponge to go and dry out after I've used it. Not only is it just making it easier to store my sponges, but it's also kind of stretching out the life of my sponges. It's a more sanitary way to store them, so my sponges just last longer. Pays for itself. It adds so much value to my beauty routine. All right, another item I've talked about before that is just totally worth it, totally worth the probably under $5 that you'll pay for it, is a beauty spatula. I have this one and I have a longer one, although I can't find that one. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. I'll find it, I'm sure, very soon, but this is the one I use more often, especially for makeup. This really comes in handy when you have used up all of the product or most of it and you can't get every last bit out of there, say with the pump or with the doe foot. This is small enough where you can reach down in there and scoop everything out and either decant that into like a small little like travel container or just apply it directly with this spatula. I've used it for foundations, concealers. Sometimes you do need to remove the stopper if it's a concealer, but this will fit into most of those tubes. And you're able to use every last drop of the product with this. So over time, this is saving you a ton of money on products that where you'd otherwise just be throwing out completely usable product that you just can't reach. So I think these are totally worth it. I have a larger one that I sometimes use for like body lotions or just bigger products, but so worth it. I think you can buy these on Ulta's website. I don't remember where this one came from, but online you can find them everywhere. Just search beauty spatula, and I think it's well worth the few bucks that you spend for what you're saving over time. Another thing that I've been using for years and years that I feel like just makes my routine so much easier is these really crappy washcloths that I bought from Dollar General probably 5 or 6 years ago at this point. These came in like an 18-pack at Dollar General. I don't know if they still sell these exact ones, but you can often find like a very cheap pack of washcloths. These are not the nicest quality washcloths. They're kind of, you know, they're rough. They're probably not the kind you'd want to use on your body or your face. And they're also kind of like irregularly sized. Like some of them are bigger than others. You know, some of them are kind of coming apart at the seam, but it doesn't matter. What I use these for is as I'm getting ready, I almost always need to either wipe off a brush. Let's say I'm switching between eyeshadow colors and I want to wipe off my brush. This will get all of that off. Or to wipe off my hands as I'm getting ready. After I wet my sponge, I like to squeeze out some of that excess moisture. That's what I use these for. And they're great because, you know, they're all these different colors, but I don't even care. They've got stains on them from all the years I've been using them, but it doesn't matter because that's the only thing I'm using them for. I feel like these are probably going to last me a lifetime, if not at least 10 years. You know, I'm already like 5, 6 years in and they're still going strong. Don't spend a lot of money on these. Definitely check like Dollar Tree or Dollar General for, or, you know, similar store that you have where you live for a big pack. I think I spent maybe $5 on the 18-pack. It's one of those things that before you have it, you probably didn't even realize it was something that you needed or something that would be really helpful. But now that I have it, I use them every single day. So highly recommend something like that. Especially if you often find yourself using like paper towels or tissues for that same purpose. These will last you forever. So it's just a little bit of a better value for that one like pretty low upfront cost. Another makeup product I think it's totally worth it to just have in your collection is some foundation shade adjusting drops. I have these from the Ulta Beauty brand that I don't think they sell anymore. It doesn't really matter what brand you buy them from. I think Manic Panic at least has a foundation lightener that's just like a white shade that you can mix with any foundation. I'm not sure if they have a darkener shade. You could even just have like one inexpensive foundation in a shade that's much lighter for you and then a shade that's much deeper that you can mix with any foundation. I feel like the NYX Total Control drops would work well. I haven't personally tried those, but that's a relatively inexpensive one. Or I know like CoverFX has some drops. anything like this, I don't think it matters so much the brand, but it's so much better to just have one lightener and one deepener rather than having like multiple shades of every single foundation. This way, if you have a shade that's a little bit off for you, you can easily just adjust the shade with these, and that's it. Especially if you're somebody that maybe you have a little bit of a tan in the summertime, or you like to self-tan. That way you don't have to bother having, you know, your tan shade and your regular shade of something. It's just 2 products, takes care of the whole thing. I think it'll save you money in the long run. All right, this is one of those other things that I didn't realize I needed in my life until I had it, and now I don't know how I ever lived without it. And it's these wrist cuffs. So these I've shown before, but I don't talk about them often enough for how helpful they are for me. So these are meant to be used when you wash your face. They look like little workout bands. Honestly, if you have like those workout wrist cuffs, you could use that too. But these are from the brand Edam. They randomly sent these to me in PR last year, and it was one of those PR emails that I almost just turned down because I was like, that doesn't really sound that, you know, I don't feel like I need that. But I decided to accept it, and I'm so glad I did, and I'm so glad I discovered these because, you know, when you're washing your face and the water is just dripping down your elbows and getting all over your counter, that's what these are for. This stops the water, it just soaks it up, it keeps your bathroom counter clean, and you also don't get just makeup like running down your arms that you then have to like dry up on your towel, and then your towel has like the dirty water on it, and then you have to change your towel more often. I can't believe I didn't have these sooner. I don't know what I was doing. I guess I didn't even realize that such a thing existed. But I literally can't even wash my face without these now. Like even if I'm traveling or something, I bring these with me because I can't imagine my skincare routine without them at this point. So I know they sell these on Amazon, but you can also purchase them straight from the brand website. So it's their facial rinse kit, and it not only comes with these wrist cuffs, but it also comes with this little Velcro hairband so you can keep your hair out of your face. And I like that it's Velcro because that way it's gonna work no matter the size of your head. And it also comes with 2 of these little clips so you can hang it from your towel rack so they can dry without just sitting and like getting mildew and stuff, you know? So what an invention. I just want to shout this from the rooftops. I feel like this is so useful. I totally think it's worth the $20. It looks like currently on their website it's on sale for $15 for the whole set. Such an amazing little invention. I feel like it has made my life so much easier when I didn't even realize it was something that I would find useful in the first place. All right, the last cheap product that has been such a valuable asset to my life is the Dr. Bronner's bar soap. This is my really sad looking one. I'll need to buy a replacement soon, but this is what I use to clean my makeup brushes and sponges. I do prefer the solid bar soap over the liquid just because I find it a little bit easier to not get too much and it's a little bit easier to rinse out. The liquid soap is very liquidy, so sometimes I feel like I just get too much on my brushes and then it takes a really long time to rinse them completely. But both will work. I would just recommend diluting the liquid before you use it to help with that. These bars of soap are like under $5. You can get them, I've seen them at Walgreens, you can buy them online. Target, I'm pretty sure sells them, all kinds of places. It comes in all these different scents. I think I have the unscented one. It doesn't smell like anything, so I'm pretty sure this is like the baby unscented one, but I really like the almond scent. There's a peppermint scent. You can just have fun with it, but it's the best brush cleaner out there. I've tried the Beauty Blender Solid. This is more effective, in my opinion. I've tried other like liquid brush shampoos. This one always just comes out on top for me. I love it. It's the only one I need to buy. I'm never without it. And like I said, also works great for sponges. It gets out all the stains. It's just amazing. So I highly recommend that if you have not yet discovered the beauty and wonder of these soap bars. So those are the 9 products that have just added so much value to my beauty routine or to my makeup collection. They're just things that for such a low cost, they've either made my life easier or they have improved the performance of other products that I already own. So if you have any products like this that have added value to your beauty routine, I would love to hear those in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. My channel is really all about helping you enjoy the makeup that you already own. So if that sounds like fun, I'd love to see you again soon. If you want even more of me, I also have a Patreon now. I'd love to hang out with you over there as well. And otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.